Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video discussing an awful addition to the already existing repulsive collection of romance media. I am really not looking forward to discussing this film. It's really one of those kind of films, made by 50-year-old executives trying to appeal to today's youth. Yikes man, just yikes. Without further ado, on with the review. The film She's All That was a 1999 romance comedy drama film about a high school jock played by Freddie Prinze Jr., yes, Fred from the Scooby-Doo movie, and how he makes a bet that he could turn an unpopular girl at his high school into prom queen after his girlfriend dumps him. It's not an awful movie, but it's not really anything special and not really the kind of genre that I find entertaining. Now, He's All That is a 2021 remake of the film, and from my very short plot summary of the original, you can guess what it's about. Unlike most remakes of this caliber though, this abhorrent mess of a film was directed by a guy who has quite a few films that were popular with the demographic he's trying to appeal to now. I've seen a few other films that he's known for, such as Freaky Friday, Mean Girls, and Bad Santa 2, but this probably isn't a film that he's too proud of making, at least I'd hope not. He's All That also social media-ifies the original movie to make it young and cool, and definitely not out of touch and come across as an attempt at pandering. The female lead, Paget Sawyer, who was called Lainey Boggs in the original, is played by Addison Rae. Yes, that one Tic-Tock girl. What does she do again?
Somebody real long, she take out that thong. I'm beating her back, she is singing my song. That bitch in the breaking her.
Okay, so the film opens up with Paget doing some Instagram livestream sponsorship stuff. It's just some classic beauty influencer stuff, you lot know how it is. Paget's mother, who played Lainey in the original film, talks to her about her nursing and their financial troubles. Paget pretends to live in a big mansion when her friends pick her up to see her cringy Paul brother F-boy musician boyfriend, Jordan. His music is exactly what you'd expect it to be. So this kid Cameron hates Jordan's music, and his sister loves it, and he's an intellectual contrarian hipster and whatever, blah blah blah. This is standard foreshadowing. Paget goes to surprise Jordan with a tower of profiteroles, and her friend Alden films for her livestream. So jealous of Jordan, by the way, those look so good. Paget catches Jordan cheating on her with a backup dancer, and starts freaking out. Can you blame her? However, what is unforgivable is that she starts pelting the profiteroles at them. What a perfectly good waste of a delicious dessert! Alden was recording the whole time, humiliating Paget in front of her followers. She becomes a meme and gets tons of hate, and while it's true that she would get some detractors as that's the nature of the internet, I think it would be far more likely that there would be more people on her side, since it was Jordan who was unfaithful and the whole ordeal was live. Nevertheless, Paget's sponsor pulls out, and I think the head of the company is played by one of the Kardashians. I'm not sure, I don't keep up with that family. Paget makes her bet, and sets her sights on the Cameron kid from earlier, who I will admit is the epitome of cringe.
My bad, bro. Fascists.
I'm not sure if you understand what a fascist is, my guy. That's just what you call a knobhead. Paget learns more about Cameron through his sister Bryn, and they actually start to get closer to each other when Paget asks him for horse riding lessons.
Sorry for laughing. It's just I've never seen such an uncoordinated dismount. I mean, aren't you captain of the dance team? So
What? It's mostly grass, right?
At least her riding clothing is cute, right? Paget's friend Quinn holds a karaoke pool party, so she invites Cameron and his friend Nisha in order to expand Cameron's friend circle. Paget begins to sing Teenage Dream as it's her turn on the karaoke machine, but Jordan shows up with his date and she begins to get flustered. Feeling sorry for her, Cameron joins her on stage and they have this High School Musical moment, and the partygoers love it. It's, memorable. Paget discovers that Cameron and Bryn live with their grandmother, and their father lives in Sweden and sends them parcels with gifts once a year in order to make up for missed holidays and birthdays. She also learns that Cameron's mother died in a plane crash 4 years previously. In response, Paget explains that her parents are separated, and she fears ending up being a failure for her hard-working mother.
Parents are divorced.
Okay.
My dad lives in Florida with his new family, and I'm here with my mom.
Okay, what does she do?
She's a nurse. I've never told anyone that before. She works her ass off to give me every opportunity in the world, and sometimes I'm scared I won't be able to make it up to her.
I'm sorry, but the acting in this is very flat, and so the scene does not carry the emotional weight I think it's supposed to carry. It's Alden's birthday party, and the theme is The Great Gatsby. Paget sees this as a perfect opportunity to give Cameron the makeover her and her friends believe he so desperately needs. The scene where she's cutting his hair is super dramatic, and the close-up shots make it very cringy. So Cameron comes out with his new look, and Paget is blown away and stuff.
If I didn't know any better, and you weren't my brother, I'd say you looked pretty hot.
Totally inappropriate. Cameron starts getting a lot of shocked stares from girls at the party, and Alden compliments Paget on her success in making Cameron more conventionally attractive. Jordan's new girl breaks up with him, and he isn't really happy about it.
My fans love my vulnerability.
Wait, you guys aren't recording?
Oh, shoot, my bad.
Oh my God.
Guys.
All right, come on. I need another take.
Okay, got this.
Damn, I lost it. Always be recording,
My bad.
all right?
That was my fault.
Okay, that was funny movie. Cliché, yes, but funny. Jordan tries to get back with Paget, but she blows him off. So in response, he tries to get with Bryn immediately after. What a creep. Cameron really isn't happy when he finds out, and so beats the crap out of Jordan. What the fuck is he doing? Is he trying to be Bruce Lee?
The hell was that? I'm pretty sure that was me kicking your ass.
Jordan throws Cameron's camera, which originally belonged to his mother, in the pool, which obviously makes Cameron feel like shit, and he leaves despite Paget trying to comfort him. Alden gets pissed that Paget seems to actually be beginning to like Cameron, so decides to seduce Jordan. Cameron actually becomes a nominee for prom king, much to his disgust as he's all about sticking it to the man and all, until he sees that Jordan is also running for prom king. Paget discovers that Alden is dating Jordan and is also planning to run against her as prom queen.
Oh my God. You've been planning this all along.
What are you talking about?
That day in Jordan's trailer. The video.
What about it?
You were holding the camera. My entire life was falling apart, and you didn't press stop. You let it happen because you knew you were gonna run.
Again, I'm sorry, but the acting is so monotone, and this whole concept is so petty and childish to me that I really don't care about what happens to the characters. On that note, Cameron takes Paget to his dark room, and they have this whole fake-out moment where she's like, I have to tell him, and then doesn't, and they kiss and stuff, and she feels guilty and leaves. It's awful. I think the film would have been way more interesting if it turned out that he was actually the most evil character in the film, and actually used that whole I'm an outcast facade to lure people in, take them to his dark room, and kill them or something, but that's just me being a fan of horror. Cameron responds to this by doing this huge gesture to ask Paget to prom. Alden exposes the bet to Cameron, which he does not take well at all, understandably so. On prom night, Bryn convinces Cameron to forgive Paget.
I don't know
have my brother back, and don't lose her, Cam. We lost Mom, and there's nothing we could have done about that, but now you have a choice, so just don't lose her, okay?
I understand this sentiment, but I feel like it is very disingenuous to compare Paget to their mother. A mother is a familial figure that is supposed to offer comfort and guidance. Losing one's mother, especially so suddenly, can be one of the most traumatic things a person can go through. Paget is a high school girlfriend, and at this point in the film, she wasn't even that.
If you put your TikToks down, you'll have a chance to see some people dancing in real life. It's gonna be great.
We have some weird-ass traditions at this school.
Terrible joke, but holy shit, it's Shaggy! First Fred was in the original film, and now Shaggy has joined in on this mess too?
Word.
They have this dance battle with Paget and her friends versus Jordan and his. It goes on for way too long and doesn't fit the style or pacing of the film at all. The dancing isn't even bad, it's just really unnecessary. Jordan gets voted prom king, and of course he makes a giant prick of himself, and Paget gets voted prom queen. She makes this speech which is supposed to be really heartfelt, but it feels really forced and preachy. What is this, Tall Girl? Paget leaves, and then Cameron shows up on a horse. They get matching loser tattoos to fulfill the bet. The end. I really didn't like this film. It's really just another one of those rom-coms from the past few years that tries to weave social media into its entire story. I get that a lot of young people are on social media a lot, but it's just a reminder of how petty a lot of this shit is. Even the plot points are tired and have been done a million times before, like the darkroom scene. Popular person meets unpopular person, they begin to like each other. Popular person does something to upset unpopular person, they get back together. Can we get some fresh storylines, please? And as I said before, the dance scene was just so superfluous. It felt like it was only there because Addison Rae became famous for dancing on TikTok. There are even direct references to TikTok in the film. They did have scenes with people dancing, but it would have made way more sense if they'd made more references to dance battles earlier in the film, like how Cameron was shown to work in a stable and comes in riding a horse near the end of the film. There's also a subplot between Paget's friend Quinn and Cameron's friend Nisha. They meet briefly at Quinn's birthday party, and begin a relationship from there. It's a very sweet dynamic, and I much would have preferred a film about these two, but I guess that wouldn't have been as sensational now, would it? Can we just have a romance film about a nice couple for once? Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.
Nothing like a polo to ease my mind. With polos by my side, I'll always shine. The blue and green ones are my favorite kind, but I'll eat the colored ones from time to time. Cause polos is life, 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 polos is life. Sleep all night and then polos is life.